Nathan, I think, yeah, green eggs and ham for today, right? It's just fitting.
Absolutely, it is fitting. And we are back in the kitchen now with Stephanie Drury, who is owner of Sprouts Cooking School, and her son, Jack. And we're celebrating Dr. Seuss Day. Now, what I was super excited about is I had a range of food sensitivities, and so I was thinking, I wonder the green dye, but what have you created for us today?
Well, I love your point about food intolerances. I'm gluten-free, and Jack is actually anaphylactic to peanuts and tree nuts. So Sprouts is really good at accommodating anyone with a food allergy. But today we're doing just that. We are taking it and making a healthier green eggs and ham. No food dye. And we're actually going to introduce some fresh herbs to give us that green color. So we're going to be making a nut-free basil pesto. So Jack, could you go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of our basil? And I love the smell of fresh basil.
Absolutely.
I just think it's like such a great herb to work with. It's familiar to kids, so they love it. And then we're gonna just add in a clove of garlic. Now, raw garlic is super spicy to children. So if your kids are sensitive to spice, you're gonna wanna back off that raw garlic. Jack, could you go ahead, and he's gonna zest our lemon. Now show them how we do it. We wanna make sure we're only getting the yellow color of our lemon. So we're just gonna go down the microplane and twist. But that white part, the pith, is actually really bitter. So we just want that bright yellow, vibrant color in there.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you, that is advanced to see a young person zest. If somebody had told me to zest when I was young,
I know.
So was let me get a bar of soap. So that is amazing. Jack, amazing.
He's good in the kitchen. You know, we started at Sprouts at 3 years old.
Wow.
So by the time Jack is 9, so by the time, you know, we're getting to be 9 years old, they're ready to use real knives, and they've gone pretty far in their culinary skills in our kitchen. So we added lemon zest and lemon juice. And then, Jack, could you add our Parmesan? You were a rock star at microplaning.
He's doing amazing.
And so since this is nut-free, we still want that well-rounded nutty flavor, and Parmesan can give us that nutty flavor instead of adding pine nuts for those kids. Our school is completely nut-free, so we make this all the time for kids. And then go ahead and add, it's an 1/8 cup of olive oil, but you totally just want to make sure that it's the right consistency.
Boy, I wish I could try that. I wish I could just run over and start. That egg just looks amazing. Sitting there, it's ready to go. It's ready for the pesto.
Yes,
I'm ready for the
so
pesto.
happy you said that. So we're going to blend this pesto up, and I'm going to do something I said I would never do, and that's have a food processor on television.
There we go. It's the first time for everything.
Well, and you know what? That is because they never work when you want them to on television. So luckily
it works.
Okay.
How about that? It's the KitchenAid too.
Okay, so now we're going to just take our egg. We just have an open face toast, and then we put Canadian bacon, and that's going to be our ham. Let's take this guy out.
Oh, that's looking delicious already.
Yeah. And
Did you make the egg, Jack? No.
So you know what?
You can though, right? You can make an egg.
Oh, he could totally make an egg.
I can't make an egg. My eggs look like kind of, I don't want to tell you.
And then just dop it, you know, kind of do your own dressing along the top.
Yes,
you could also add more basil to make it a little bit more green if you're wanting to. It's really, you know, whatever works for you and your kids. It's just supposed to be fun.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, I needed Sprouts Cooking School. My mom gave me free run of the kitchen.
Oh, did she?
It was a mess. I needed you all. I needed your.
Well,
I needed
luckily we're here for today's kids, right? I would have loved it too. I think I was just the designated potato peeler.
That was
like my job as a kid. Like
with one of the
I had 2 huge brothers, and we ate potatoes like every day. And that was how I started in the kitchen. But I think it's a little more glamorous for kids these days.
Absolutely. And like I said, I wish I had these skills. It's amazing what kids can be exposed to now by way of learning skills. The skills I learned then, even self-taught, I still use to this day.
Well,
and so I can't imagine being instructed by your school the skills that kids will grow up with as an adult.
Well, and to your point, it is a life skill and something they're going to need to learn, and especially if you have food allergies like we all do.
That's right.
It's so important to know what's in your food so you can nourish your body, feed yourself, and have that power and control. And so that's a huge reason why I wanted to start, is I was dealing with this child that had really life-threatening allergies, so I wanted him to learn what the ingredients are in his food so he had that power for himself.
Yes, absolutely.
So, you know, it's delicious and about being an advocate, but our kids are pretty skilled. They see a ton on Food Network.
Yes.
And now they have a place where they can come and reenact all those things they're seeing.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. It looks absolutely delicious. Jack, thank you too for being here. Well, We'll be right back with some of your Facebook comments on our question of the day, and it's all about your favorite memory when it comes to birthdays. Don't you go anywhere.